So last night I had an experience which solved a problem that I was facing, which was I was trying to approach self-realization, enlightenment through my intellect. You can't do that because what you're trying to reach is beyond intellect, because it's beyond the mind. Intellect is only possible because of the mind. And so long as you identify with the body-mind, you're limited to its capabilities, and you can only go as far as its boundaries. Intellect needs to be let go of. You need to go beyond intellect. And that sounds, different. How would you end up doing that? Well, you just turn the attention to the self. Everyone knows that they are through the sense I am. It's wordless. But if you sit in meditation, you can chant, I am. Creates a good feeling. It's like this announcing that you are something. Look at that knowing that you are, that wordless knowing, and go back to its source. How is it there? How is it possible that it is there? During this journey, you have to let go of intellect. Along the journey, you realize that you are going to let go of everything. You need the courage to let go of something, because you are very attached to being something. Many people like being known as an intellect. Many people like being known as smart, which are worldly accolades, which only serve you in the realm of the world, which is full of pain and pleasure. And if you want true salvation, you have to go beyond that. You have to let go of the attachments that make you feel like you are smart, make you feel like you are an intellectual. I'm not saying you'll lose them. I'm saying you just won't be identified with it. You have to let go of it to go beyond it. I kept trying to approach self-realization through intellect. And one thing that Nisargadatta beats many times is that he is everything. But to give him a particular form would go against it, because the infinite cannot be put into a form. A lot of people imagine a God, their savior, their higher power, as a particular form, whether it be an animal, whether it be a plant, whether it be light, whether it be an invisible force, whether it be a man, a woman, old, young. I'm going to be looking at my journal for reference, but it can't be viewed as that. It would be right to view it as everything. Every form, animal, plant, cloud, grain of sand, child, elderly, every gust of wind, every star, every galaxy is a part of the infinite. And so he doesn't necessarily say that's you, but it's implied that you will realize that once you return back to the self and you truly let go of your attachments. And so to come to this understanding, which is only possible through experience, you have to go beyond. You have to go beyond everything. And so that leads me to my dreams. I'm not trying to make this dramatic. I just showered. I'm just really relaxed. And so this experience happened at the very end of my dream, where there was a gathering of people that have been a part of my life for the past 4 or 5 years. We were in this hilly field surrounded by trees. It was nighttime. And when you looked at the sky, the clouds, they were spotty and they were just flying from right to left in my field of vision. And the night sky was so bright. The stars were like spotlights, and the moon was, it was a spectacle to behold. It was so beautiful. And even in the sea of stars, you could see galaxies peek through. I remember one being like this yellow orange. It was beautiful. It was so interesting. It's like you took the night sky and you zoomed in on it. But one really weird thing was, it was like I was looking at it, some parts, not all of it. Like the galaxy was very detailed, but the stars and the moon were almost like I zoomed in on like an iPhone 4. But that doesn't take away from how visually amazing it was to look at. In my state of awe, the words of Maharaj started to ring inside my head. You are everything. You are everything. And I would sit there in this dream trying to intellectualize how this is possible. How could I be everything? You are everything. I am everything. You are everything. And that just became my mantra. I am everything. I am everything. As I'm watching the most beautiful night sky that I've ever consciously experience. It doesn't matter if it's here or in a dream. It was insane. But these words were so powerful that I sat with them and I began my meditation on them. And as I did so, I felt my sense of self expand. And I was aware of the identity JC and the body-mind that was attached to it or that came with it, but I didn't identify with it. How could I when I was the sky and the stars, the trees and the wind, the ground and the rain, the weeping child and the nurturing mother? I was both the old and the deathbed and the newly born. I was all of space and its contents, yet I could not identify myself as any of it. I was completely free of the play until I came back into body consciousness. And for a moment there, I had a glimpse of truth. And the one thing that was different is the attention wasn't flowing towards this, towards the body, the mind. I wasn't so captivated by it. I wasn't so attached to it. My mind became cosmic. I could feel and think everyone's thoughts and feel everyone's emotions. Visually, I was able to witness anything and everything. I became an omnipresence. Yet I could still function through my body, and anyone around me would not have known. And I believe that this is my path. This is my tailored path that has taken me 6 years to find. You can find yours in less if you're more serious, as I had many distractions. But I see that it's really important to let go of the intellect. The intellect only serves you for worldly purposes. And as much fame and security that the intellect can give you, those are all important only if you identify with the body, because all of your problems are your body's problems. And so that's my experience with a glimpse of truth. Anyway, I love you guys. Peace. Thank you for listening.